In Poland, right now, key websites are being hijacked, while thousands of internet freedom supporters are marching outside in a major two-pronged protest. It's because the country's just signed up to a global web piracy pact, covering everything from movies and music to fashion and pharmaceuticals. But its net does stretch wide. Aleksey Yaroshevsky is in Warsaw to explain it for us. Aleksey, good to see you. This can get very murky and, frankly, quite difficult to understand. Can you break it down for us? What does this anti-piracy pact set out to do?
Well, this document called the ACTA, the Anti-Counterfeit Trade Agreement, which has been signed by Poland and many other countries, seven other countries, in fact, including the United States, Australia, New Zealand and others, is the reason why tens of thousands of people are taking to the streets in Poland, the reason why most of the governmental websites in this country have been hijacked by the hacker groups, including the anonymous hacker group, which is well known across the world. Basically, this ACTA agreement is all about protecting the intellectual property, including movies, books, pharmaceuticals, designer clothes, and things like that. But ordinary people fear that the big corporations will use it to police the web and to take regular users offline. So we've seen lots of protests in Poland, as I mentioned, in the last several days. We are also seeing protests being held today in the cities of Lublin and Poznan in central Poland. We are expecting, of course, more protests tomorrow on Friday in Warsaw. So the people here are very unhappy with this decision, with the decision of the Polish government to sign this document. We also understand that several hacker groups have hacked into the Polish governmental websites, and the anonymous hacker group have sent out a very stern warning saying that it has very sensitive information about the Polish authorities. It will publish it unless the Polish government decides to vote against the document. The document was signed by the Polish ambassador in Japan this morning, so there's no going back. Only there's one case, the ratification in the country's parliament, which is to happen in the next several days. It may still be averted. There was a little chance because we understand that the Prime Minister's party, Donald Tusk's party, is holding the majority in parliament, so the document is almost surely will be signed in Poland.
Well, Aleksey, as you explained here on RT, certainly there are a lot of people getting really, really upset over this anti-piracy pact. And yet, though, for all of us, though, you know, as we are mostly nowadays all internet users, what does it mean for us, this ACTA movement? What does it mean?
Well, as I've said, its main aim is to protect intellectual property, but the problem about this document is that it was worked out in complete secrecy, bypassing all governments, and the general public had no access to it. So that's why the regular users are afraid that this document would be used against them and, in fact, could be used by the big corporations to police the internet. I'll just give you a simple example. For instance, you create a website and you put links to your favorite movies on this website, and big corporations can, in fact, start a criminal case against you, saying that you violate the ACTA agreement. So nobody knows to what extent the corporations can go in using this document, in fact, misusing this document, as the protesters fear in Poland and everywhere they protest against. It certainly has some resemblance to the American SOPA bill, which is also being discussed in the United States. But the difference is that the SOPA bill is more of an American local thing. The ACTA is definitely international, and it will concern all countries which sign it. We are certainly expecting that another 26 countries of the European Union will sign this document as well, though there is a certain protest movement in parliaments of these countries, so it's not certain that all 26 will sign them. But definitely ACTA will be passed in most of the European countries, and we are certainly in possibly for more protests across the European continent.
All right, certainly, RT's Aleksey Yaroshevsky. Thank you for shedding some light on this new set of anti-piracy laws. Live from Warsaw.